Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. When we talk about Alexis Davis, we're talking about a powerhouse, an attorney, a mother, a Cassadine by blood, a woman whose moral compass and ambition swirl in conflicts that make for compelling television. Then there's Ava Jerome, seductive, dangerous, complex. She's a player in the Port Charles mob underworld, and yet she's layered. Her alliances shift, her emotions ripple, her loyalties blur. And Kristina Davis, fiery, youthful, volatile, and vulnerable all at once. Her past is rich with pain and privilege. Her relationships are complicated. Her drive is fierce. These three characters might, on paper, seem unlikely to form a lasting bond. But that's exactly what makes the evolving trio so compelling, and why fans want to see more. The catalyst for this trio's rise came during a shocking and audacious storyline. Rick Lansing held hostage in a basement by these three women. Alexis, Ava, and Kristina teamed up. An uneasy alliance turned powerhouse moment. What made that storyline so memorable? Several elements. The fact that Ava and Kristina had history. Bitter, brutal history. They were enemies. And yet they found themselves on the same side. Alexis, initially the outsider in that pairing, they hadn't always been the girls having fun together. But she steps in, takes charge, uses her legal savvy, her moral weight, her voice, and the dynamics shift. The scene of Rick tied up, the basement, the ball gag. Yes, it's dark. But, wisely, it was handled with a tone of black comedy, of cathartic revenge, of empowerment, not purely brutally violent. Nancy Lee Grahn, who plays Alexis, acknowledged the fun they had filming it and the comedic energy in the scene. The upshot? A moment where the three women were on equal footing. They were each strong, flawed, cunning, and in that alliance, something magical happened. The fans noticed. Ava is wild, dangerous, seductive, unpredictable. Kristina is combustible, driven, scarred, but desperate for approval, for identity. The contrasts create friction. The friction creates sparks. And once you have friction plus sparks, you get television magic. The shift from villainy to solidarity. Often on soaps, you'll see characters in opposition. Villain versus hero, mother versus daughter. But here, you have characters whose paths have crossed with betrayal, with hurt, and now they're aligning. That transition from rivalry to alliance is rich dramatic ground. In this case, Kristina once targeted Ava. But in the storyline, she had to make a choice. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. That moment is iconic. Female-driven storyline. This trio foregrounds female empowerment in a show often dominated by mob plots, men in suits, and power plays. Here, Alexis, Ava, and Kristina are driving the story. They're making decisions, setting traps, turning tables. That shift matters. It's refreshing. It's welcomed by fans who want more layered female relationships, more intrigue from women who aren't just reacting, they're acting. The storyline around Rick's captivity was clearly successful, but many fans and critics felt it should last longer. Nancy Lee Grahn said she wished we could have had more fun in that basement when discussing filming. That comment speaks volumes. The cast enjoyed it, the writers pulled off something special, the fans responded. It begs the question, why stop? Why not expand? Alexis is mother to Kristina and Molly, yet her loyalties are always questioned. Kristina is Alexis's daughter, emotional, impulsive, but always seeking her mother's respect. Ava is the outsider, criminal ties, a dangerous history, but she also brings a wild card energy. The three together form a triangle of conflict, emotion, and opportunity. They can be rivals. They can be allies. They can betray. They can forgive, even if reluctantly. That complexity gives the show writers so much material. Given all that, what would more of them look like? How could the show lean into this trio in ways that deliver fresh storylines and satisfy fan demand? Here are some possibilities. A mini-arc where Alexis, Ava, and Kristina jointly lead a scheme. Legal, criminal, or both. The three of them plotting together, combining Alexis's legal brain, Ava's street smarts, Kristina's fire. What are the risks? If the trio is mishandled, or if the writers allow the group to become stagnant or redundant, the magic could fade. Some important guardrails. Don't reduce them to a gimmick. The basement captivity plot was strong because it was bold and unusual. Avoid making them a joke team or a soft focus. There's a broader cultural moment too. Audiences are craving layered female friendships and alliances, not just rivalry. On General Hospital, this trio can deliver that in a way that fits the soap genre traditions, but with freshness. Alexis, Ava, Kristina can represent not just women in conflict, but women in alliance, navigating power, betrayal, ambition, motherhood, identity. Let's imagine a future scene. Alexis sitting at the large desk in her law office. Ava walks in, expression serious, offering a deal. Kristina bursts into the room, brimming with frustration over a betrayal. And instead of defaulting to confrontation, the three lock eyes, form a quiet pact. Alexis says, "Let's finish this our way." Ava nods. Kristina grits her teeth. Then action. That moment of quiet before the storm, that's the kind of scene fans will replay. They'll clip it, discuss it, look forward to it. Another future scene, the nurse's ball. Alexis in an elegant dress, uncomfortable in the social setting. Kristina beside her, edgy and ready to stir up drama. Ava across the room, glass in hand, surveying the room. They move as a unit, but each has their own agenda. The ball erupts in scandal. They respond in tandem. It feels epic. It feels earned. Why now? Because the Rick, Ava, Kristina, Alexis core has momentum. The recent storylines have brought them together. Fans are hungry. The writers and cast clearly enjoyed the dynamic. And in the landscape of daytime drama, there's a gap for this kind of trio-led arc. So launching something bigger makes sense. According to Nancy Lee Grahn, filming the hostage storyline was my favorite thing, and she really wished the basement scenes had lasted longer. That's a strong insider hint that the trio had chemistry behind the camera as well as in front. Let me offer some fan wants you might hear in comments. More screen time where they are together, not split into separate stories. Give Kristina someone to look up to beyond Alexis, or let Alexis learn from Kristina. Let Ava have meaningful emotional stakes, not just the schematic villain role. Give the trio scenes outside Port Charles corporate or mob settings. Give them karaoke, give them a mission, give them each other accountable. Let them fight, then let them fuse. We want real development. Another factor, the audience wants payoff. If Alexis, Ava, and Kristina are going to be central, then storylines need to carry weight. Legal jeopardy, moral compromise, emotional revelations. The payoff needs to feel earned. If the trio becomes background, fans will turn. But if they carry the show, the investment deepens. Partnering with Alexis gives her legitimacy. With Kristina gives her youth and ambition to manipulate or align with. The trio anchors her in something deeper than just mob games. Her past catches up. Alexis and Kristina will demand trust. She'll struggle with vulnerability. Also, the audience may expect deeper personal stakes, loss, real consequence, emotional exposure. Kristina Davis. Proving herself, shedding past images, stepping out of mother's shadow, forging her own identity, handling guilt and rage. In this trio, she can claim agency. She can be the wild card turned key player. She can bring youthful fire and boldness. She still has impulsive tendencies. She will clash with Alexis. She might distrust Ava. She might sabotage the trio. That inner tension is essential. When these motivations overlap, you get story arcs like Alexis needs to protect her daughter from legal fallout. Kristina needs to act or else lose everything. Ava sees an opportunity to gain leverage but must pick between self-interest and alliance. The trio becomes a unit, but underpinned by tensions. Let's propose a midterm arc, Operation Trinity. Alexis is brokering evidence to save Kristina from charges. Kristina is going off book, cutting breaks, doing covert ops. Ava has leverage on both sides. She holds the secret to the crime, she holds a piece of the evidence, and she offers to work with Alexis and Kristina for her own benefit. The trio works together to expose wrongdoing behind the scenes. The plan works, but when the payoff arrives, one of them gets betrayed. The fallout sets the next 3 months of episodes. That's exactly the kind of storytelling fans would devour. Another arc, the ball and the casino. The trio attends a Port Charles gala at a high-stakes casino. A theft occurs. Alexis is asked to investigate. Ava converts the casino floor into her playground. Kristina gets trapped. The trio's interactions ripple. Trust, betrayal, rescue, revelation. Intimate moments, external danger. It's soap gold. Let's be frank, soap fans want spectacle. They want emotion. They want twists. The Alexis Ava Kristina unit can deliver all three, and more importantly, they bring character depth which keeps the twists earned rather than just chaotic. From a production standpoint, featuring this trio more often has advantages. It spreads screen time across strong actresses who have chemistry. It opens up marketing opportunities. It also refreshes the show's dynamics. So if I was advising the producers, lean into them now, before the momentum fades. One more thought, there's an opportunity for a buddy drama side story. Maybe the three of them go off town to Atlantic City or to a private island or undercover somewhere. They become each other's only allies for 5 episodes. That gives fans what they ask for, more of the three of them together, away from the noise of Port Charles. You could explore vulnerability. You could explore fun and comfort. You could explore growth. Then the stakes catch up, and they have to return home changed. That sort of arc feels special. We also must not ignore the emotional arcs. For Alexis, guilt, legacy, mothering. For Ava, trust, belonging, consequence. For Kristina, rage, forgiveness, purpose. The trio allows those to intersect. The emotional payoffs will matter. The audience will remember the arguments, the reconciliations, the laughter, the tears, not just the shocks. That's how you build lasting stories, not just sensational episodes. What about obstacles? The writers will need to balance. Too many shock twists can cheapen the more of the trio request. The characters must remain recognizable. An Alexis who suddenly becomes a complete criminal wouldn't work. An Ava who's totally angelic breaks character. A Kristina who never messes up is untrue to her history. The trick is evolution, not erasure. The trio should grow, not reset. Another potential. Introduce a new character whose existence challenges the trio, maybe a female rival or ally. That keeps things fresh. The trio should not become insular. They need external threats and external support. That keeps the world alive and makes their alliance meaningful. In the end, the message is clear. The audience is asking for more, because this trio delivered. They created memorable moments. They sparked social media chatter. They have real chemistry. The show has an opportunity to lean into that, to build an arc that fans will binge, discuss, live for. When you look at the numbers, viewership dips, attention spans shorter, competition fierce. Giving what fans want is not just good storytelling, it's smart business. The Alexis Ava Kristina trio is a ready-made asset. So as fans chant more of them together, let's also say yes, we want them together, but we want them in storylines that matter. We want them challenged. We want them changed. We want them visible. We want them driving the narrative, not just reacting to whatever else is happening in Port Charles. Picture this closing scene. It's late at night in Alexis's law office. The desk is cleared. Ava steps in with a file. Kristina follows, upset. They argue. Alexis raises a hand. Enough. We're doing this together. Then all three take a breath. A long beat. Then each nods. The camera pulls back. Port Charles skyline in the background. And we know they're in this together. And we're in for the ride. In summary, yes, fans want more of Alexis, Ava, and Kristina, and they have reason to. The character work is strong. The chemistry is undeniable. The narrative possibilities are bold. If General Hospital delivers on the promise, this trio could define a new era of the show. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.